And welcome once again to another episode of S2E43 Productions Presents
J&M Solve the World
After
After
Dark.
Dark. I am James.
And I am Matt. And we are a little different today.
Yeah, I'm here alone in the studio.
And I would like to say that I'm in S2E43 Production Studios North. But I don't
There
know.
you go, because you have all the equipment there.
Yeah, true.
I'm just on my Raycons.
Yeah, but you know how it is. But you know what?
Of course, I could be looking at porn on the internet while on my computer while we're talking here.
You know, funny you should say that because I've got my dual monitor computer up and running right now.
There you go.
But I don't know if you've taken your shot. I haven't taken mine.
I haven't either. I was waiting to do a salute together.
There it is. Are you ready?
Salute.
Salute.
Yep. Salute. The ice cold devil's devil on my end.
A double shot of Crown Apple on mine.
There you go.
Oh, and I figured out what we need in the studio.
Oh yeah.
Yes. We need a refrigerator.
Yeah.
Because now I've poured me a cran apple and crown apple drink already, and I had it sitting in the fridge because I don't have any ice. And I just got up and I grabbed it. So now I have an ice cold drink.
There you
go. Oh my God. So good.
Where we would put it with the bar. We can do some rearranging here. Like we were talking.
I know exactly where we could put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could totally.
It could be the table for the mixing board.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get rid of this little table you got here and put the fridge there. One of them little apartment fridges, all you need.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, I mean like the one I have in my room right now.
Right.
I mean,
I had one, but Aiden sold it for his man cave.
Wow. Him damn.
Of course, it was 100 years old too. So.
Well, but I mean, you know, the studio as
let's put it this way: it was old enough that instead of having like the magnetic closure on the door,
yeah,
it had a little bracket deal at the top that you drop a pin through to hold the door shut.
I like it. But you know, we're always evolving.
Mm-hmm.
We you know, because we haven't gotten to that perfect set yet because, well, we don't have the money to drop into having the neons and everything perfectly soundproofed and beautified and having somebody there that could actually run the board instead of me, you know.
Somebody to look up shit on the internet for us, you know, a young Jamie.
Yeah. Somebody to run a dual camera function.
There you go.
Oh, I have set up possibly a couple of different guests that'll come on the show.
Nice.
Yes. One of them is a photographer.
Oh, yeah.
A professional photographer.
That would be cool.
Yes. And next weekend, it will become very apparent how I met this photographer. Not to let anything out of the bag for any of the listeners,
Right.
But we've got a lot of stuff next weekend. The next time we're in the studio together, let me just say that
Right.
we got to show our coasters.
Right.
We've got some other merchandise coming out soon. I mean, it's now this is what I'll say. Now there are some podcasts out there that are bigger than ours.
Most of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's some.
There's some.
Yeah. But do they have a custom made table with their name in it?
That they built themselves.
Do they have not one, but two bottles engraved? One with just the name and the established number, and one with our actual logo.
Right.
Do they have logo coasters? Laser engraved into slate.
Wait. Yep. And the neat thing about them, I don't know if you could tell it from the picture I sent you. The logo and everything's the same, but each coaster is a little different. It's kind of like the edges are chipped off.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're each they're not exactly the same. They're each one of them is a little unique in its own.
Okay.
And it's got the little rubber pads under the foot.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
So basically, what I'm hearing is
and there's four of them.
Right.
You can tell.
You and I are going to claim our own coasters, and they will stay in our spots.
Right.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't give a shit.
And we'll give the guests the two remaining ones. It's like, hey, you can have this one here. It's a little dog eared on this side.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
But no, it's cool. It's cool because each one's a little unique. It's not just like my Doers coasters. When I got it, it was in a gift set. Had like 2 or 3 or 4 coasters or whatever, but they're all identical.
Right.
But these are each one's a little bit unique. Just the way those edges are done and stuff. It's like, okay, that's cool.
And James from Laser Mafia let me know that he's got a new supplier for tumblers and coffee mugs and a brand new color called OD Green. Yeah.
I kind of like to get another tumbler like my one I have on camera all the time.
Yeah.
About that same size. Because he does the Yetis, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Or is it? Yeah.
Yeah, he does Yetis, and then he has others.
I'll have drinks, at night, and then a lot of times the next day at 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, whatever, I'll open that sumbitch up to make me a drink. There'll still be ice in the sumbitch. It's like, cool.
Yeah. Man, what the hell is up underneath this thing? My board, for some reason, is
a little bit wobbly.
Oh, there we go. Oh, now it's fine. It's not wobbly now. Yeah, because I would love. I mean, I got one that's got a couple different stickers on it. It's one from the Mart of Wall, and I mean it does the job. It's pretty good.
The one I take to work, it's a 32 ounce, and it's one of those.
Hey,
yeah,
whatever trails, the name of it is.
It's a podcast.
Yeah, some bitch works great.
Oh yeah.
The only bad thing about them, I found out when you're traveling,
Google fucking thing, huh?
is you put a lot of ice in there and water or whatever your drink is,
Yeah.
Okay, do it now.
With every other cup, once you run out of your drink, you can drink your milk until you get to your next stop.
Turn it to
freaking ice don't melt, these sons of bitches.
Asshole.
You know what I'm saying? You get done with your water or your Mountain Dew or whatever you're drinking. It's like, well, shit. I ain't ready to stop for another 100 miles.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, it'll start melting. I'll get a little liquid out of it. In fact, no, them some bitches don't melt.
Well, and they don't make the lids easy to come off either.
Somebody, my boss was telling me on those ones you get from the Wall of Mart,
Uh-huh.
if you'll go and buy a Yeti lid for it,
Mm-hmm.
you basically got the same thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, you'll spend as much for that lid as you did for the whole cup from the Wall of Mart,
Right.
but it's got the little flipper lid on it,
Yeah.
and it's just a little bit better seal and everything.
Oh well, mine. I mean, the seal is. I mean, it's great, and the only reason why, like I've got those two, tumbler ones, the smaller like rocks tumbler ones. They
Right.
just don't have enough in them to do a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
my one that I normally drink out of down there, you fill it up and it'll start. It's got the flapper lid on it, and you go to
Mm-hmm.
drink out of it, and it starts dribbling out the front of it, and it's like, well, son of a bitch.
Uh-huh.
I know I don't have a hole in my lip. I never got that pierced.
What's funny about the one I use all the time, you remember my glass that I used to use? It's been on
Yeah.
numerous podcasts.
Yeah. Yep.
This looks like it would hold more than that,
Mm-hmm.
but if you fill it with ice and everything, it's about the same amount.
Right.
That's what that glass holds, because that glass is, it's thinner
Uh-huh.
than the walls of this and everything. But because I done that one night, I mixed up. It's like when I was going outside, going out to the garage or something. I'm like, oh shit, I'll just dump it in there. That way it don't melt so quick. I was like, well, fuck, that almost filled it up. So that's about the same drink. Okay. Because I thought, man, if I'm drinking out of this, I'm drinking a lot more, but not really.
Yeah.
Volume wise, it's kind of like the difference in shot glass sizes. They're all different, but if you fill them to the line, it's still a shot.
Right.
No matter if it's short and fat or tall and skinny
I'd like to think that our the tall and skinny ones that we have there.
Well, those are double shots.
Yeah,
Though.
I was about to say.
But what I'm saying, like any regular normal shot glass, you either fill it up to the rim or you fill it or they'll have a line on them.
Mm-hmm.
And one will look like, man, that's a lot more than the other. But nope, you dump one out into the other, it's the same volume. It's an ounce.
Right.
Or an ounce and a quarter or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's liquor control.
Yeah.
And until
I like to be controlled when I liquor. Oh.
I mean,
we hadn't went down to the Pravity Road yet, so I thought I'd throw that in there.
I mean, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have, for our listeners that may not know, I have put out a calendar the last 2 years,
mm-hmm.
and I have.
In fact, I just noticed the one hanging up in the studio. It's like, shit, I haven't turned over to October yet, so I just got that done.
Yeah, and I mean,
good group photo there.
Exactly, and it's a great group photo too. But I have one coming out for 24,
mm-hmm.
and I've already thought of what I'm going to do for 25.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're doing like Vince McMahon and thinking about WrestleMania next year.
Well, I mean, okay, I have an idea, and I want to play with that idea for a while.
Uh-huh.
Because the idea that I have, it has to be warm. So I got a good probably 6 months to really think about it. And,
Does this idea include me having to get into shape?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It includes
round is a shape,
Well, it is, yes. It involves my Black Beauty.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, but I mean, anything can change. Anything can happen.
Well, you're not married to your ideas, so
Exactly.
There you go.
And well, but then again, I'm not married. Period. So
Oh, you're friends with Sherry, aren't you?
yeah,
On
yeah,
Facebook. Did you see her Elvis midnight snack
yeah, yeah.
post?
Did you see the comment I made?
I didn't see the comment you made. I
Yeah,
commented on it, but yeah.
yeah, uh, yeah.
Well,
Cause you,
I posted, yeah, we done a review of that on our podcast.
yeah,
And she's like, "You knew about this? You didn't let me know, Uncle." And I'm like, "Hey, if you'd watched the podcast, you'd already know."
right. I basically said the same thing. I was like, I thought you were, you know, subscribed to the podcast and you hit the little notification bell and, it lets you know whenever we do this. And she's like, I am subscribed. And I'm like, apparently not.
Well, apparently you go around like that and
Yeah.
go on.
Well, and that's the thing is I'll post it on the Book of Face and
Hmm.
then you'll see it and you'll
Hmm.
share my post. So everybody that's on your friends list will see your post about our podcast.
Right.
And
If you've been noticing, Ann's been reposting them too.
yes, you and Jennifer, my friend Brandy, they've all been sharing the post, which I love because
Mm-hmm.
everybody has friends that we don't.
Mm-hmm.
And it just helps out that, we can reach more people
I
that
see a
way.
guy. I talked to a guy. He said, "Yeah, I see that on Facebook. I tried to click on it and it wouldn't play." I'm like, "No, that's not it. You got to go to the link
Yeah.
because it's not going to play because we're not putting it up for free on Facebook. You need to go listen and subscribe on YouTube or
Yeah.
Spotify or wherever you find your favorite podcasts."
Exactly.
I think I told you about this. I ran into Darren, which is Anita's son-in-law. He's a Buffalo. I think he's an investigator now.
Okay.
I ran into him at Cash Savers here. Oh, it's been a month or so ago, and he's like, "Hey, I've been listening to your podcast." I'm like, "Cool." I said, "You want to be on it?" "Yeah, I can do that sometime." I was like, "Well, we normally record on Saturdays." He said, "Yeah." He said, "I could probably do that sometime. I'll give you a call." Okay.
Well, and that's where we're at is, we've got people that want to be on the podcast.
Mhm.
We got people that say they want to be on the podcast,
Mhm.
but then when it comes time for the podcast,
Mhm.
it's a lot like when we were in our band
Mhm.
and we would
Oh yeah.
play in Springfield and everybody be like, "Oh man, that is so great. Fuck yeah, we're going to come see you. We're going to come support you."
Yep. Tell 100 people and two show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, I was watching Kimmel the other night. This is kind of off. Well, it's off the subject, but not. Bert Kreischer was on there.
oh yeah.
I am so pissed off because if I'd known he was going to have a cruise October the 27th, motherfucker, I guarantee you couldn't get it booked now.
Oh no.
But if I'd have known about it when it first came out,
Yeah.
I would probably be like, "Babe, we're going to Miami before Bert Kreischer's comedy cruise."
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be him and a bunch of his comedian buddies and shit. They'd be like, he hadn't drank in 65 days because he's training for this cruise.
Yeah, he said he was trying to get down to a certain weight
Yeah,
because
but
people were trying to buy him shots in Kansas City. And he's like, "Nope,
Mhm.
I'm not drinking. I haven't hit my goal yet."
Yeah, but he said he's training because he knows he's going to just be blotto this whole fucking cruise.
And and it's weird that they didn't do a sober October this year.
Well, he kind of has, but not sober because he said I'm not sober. I'm smoking pot like a son of a bitch.
Right. No, I'm
But he's
saying
not. But he hasn't drank anything. And like say this was Tuesday or Wednesday night or something
yeah.
like that I seen it.
No, I'm
But
I'm
he
talking
hadn't
all
drank
of
in
them.
65 days.
Right, I'm talking all of them.
Rogan's doing Sober October.
Right, but I mean, it's not a competition like it's always been before.
No, well, Rogan said that after the last one they done, where they done the workout competition between all of them,
Yeah.
he goes, we can't do that no more because one of us will die.
Yeah.
He said Bert put up some stupid number on his fucking bike or something like that. Rogan's like, fuck you, he can't beat me. So he done like 8 hours straight or some shit on it, you know. So Bert couldn't beat him.
Yeah. Oh man. So
But anyway, back to our podcast. It's
yeah.
like, yeah, I'd have booked that fucking cruise and I'd have brought business cards in case I got to actually talk to Bert.
Oh hell yeah.
Here, check out our podcast, man.
Yeah. You know, at the very
And
least.
next time you're through Missouri and you want to be on it, just let me know.
No kidding.
You're like, Matt, you coming down this week? No, I've got this. Well, Bert Kreischer's going to be here.
I'm
Like,
there.
I'm there.
Yeah. I'll sleep on the floor in the studio. He can have the bedroom. You know, I mean, and it would be great. It really would. I just, you know, I wish people just weren't scared to be on the podcast. Oh no, I can't be on the podcast. You know,
Well, you know, when I thought, when we first started it, and the first time I watched one,
yeah,
I'm going, oh fuck, I hate the sound of my own voice on a recording.
right.
But I'm sitting there, I'm watching it, I'm listening, I'm going, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't sound the way I think I sound,
Right.
or the way I sound in my head,
Yes.
And I had that explained to me one time. The reason people don't like the way their voice sounds on a recording is because your voice on a recording is exactly what everybody else hears.
Right.
But what you hear in your head, you hear what's coming out of your mouth, but you also hear what's vibrating inside your eardrum through your jawbone.
Right. Because you're
And that's
hearing Wolfman Jack. Yeah,
Yeah.
baby. And then everybody else is hearing like dolphins.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
I mean, when I was a kid, the first time I heard myself on talking on a cassette tape or
Yes.
whatever, I'm
Yes.
not going, oh, Jesus, I sound like fucking Rudolph when he tried to cover up his nose.
No, said I swear. I know you are, but what am I?
But you know, for me,
but after DJing so long, because you hear your voice through the PA
Yeah.
system, you're also
Right.
hearing your stuff internally, and then being in the band and everything, and then all those years of doing that shit, and then when we done our first podcast, and then I watched it back, I'm going, man, that don't totally suck. You
Right.
know?
But I mean, it's just like with the very first podcast, it was you, me, and my phone.
Mhm.
And as time has gone on, we've gotten better. We've gotten better mics. We've actually got microphones and a mixing board and headphones. And
Well,
you know,
too, when we're doing it with the headphones on, we're hearing through our headphones what everybody's hearing.
right.
So it's when I watch it back or listen to it back, I'm like, yeah, that's what I heard through the headphones.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, I sound horrible.
Or it was like, yeah, I had a little too much to drink on that after dark.
Oh man, we can't do that one. Dude, let me tell
I
you,
was thinking, go ahead.
I've had kind of a shit week, and I've went back and I've watched a certain 4 minutes of a podcast, and it has made me smile beyond belief. And I'm thinking about like cutting a certain spot, just like taking a screenshot and slipping that picture in somewhere on an after dark, just slipping it in and see if anybody fucking notices it, or be like, whoa, what the fuck? Okay, there's got to be a story there.
Did you ever listen to Bob and Tom?
A little bit.
They used to have a deal called Spit Take Theater.
Yeah.
And one of the jokes was a guy, his brother comes home and mom had passed away, and they're sitting there eating supper, and the guy says, "How's your soup?" He says, "Oh, it's just really good. It's really good." And he said, "You know, I have a confession though." He goes, "What's that?" He goes, "You know, I really didn't care for mom." He goes, "Really? But you've had two bowls."
Oh,
Tell that joke and then just put that little seed in there.
yeah. Oh my God. No, I mean that's like the zinger I got in whenever, I've talked about it before, but whenever my mom passed and the body just releases everything and just, and I was just like, without missing a beat, I was like, "Oh, really, Mom? My mouth was open and everything." My brothers are trying so hard not to laugh. The nurse is looking at me like, "Oh my God, what did he just say?" And my nieces are like, "The fuck?" I couldn't help it.
You should have just looked at him and said, "It's a fight game. You'll play it someday."
Yeah, and then my one of my brothers decided they had mom's cell phone and sent a text message out after everybody had already left and on their way home, and they're like, "Hey, just wanted to let you guys know that I'm doing okay. It's not too hot, so miss you guys." And the other brother was like, "Dude, you need to fucking stop. You're freaking everybody out." But I mean, that's some of the twisted type fucking jokes that we've grown up on, my brothers and I, because
Right.
well, I mean, fuck. When you grow up with movies like Nuke 'Em High and Toxic Avenger,
Right.
where you're laughing at the most heinous, disgusting things ever. But at the same time,
And now as adults, we have Deadpool
right. Well,
and Zombieland.
yeah,
Yeah.
but then again, this is October.
Mhm.
Spooky season is upon us.
You know, one
And
thing I'm really happy about getting rid of my DirecTV and just doing the streaming thing.
what?
I can binge horror movies now
Oh, yes, you can.
because on Direct, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I'm like, there's going to be some horror movies on here. It's October, you know?
Yeah,
I'm flipping through and it's like, huh, no Friday the 13th, no Nightmare, what the fuck, you know?
right. But
It's like, I mean, because at Christmas time, you'll have to watch Die Hard,
oh, of course.
the ultimate Christmas movie. I don't give a fuck what anybody else says.
Hey, it's the only Christmas movie that has the song "Christmas in Hollis" by one
Right.
Run DMC. Dun 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 dun. Anyways, but it's not Christmas time until you see Hans Gruber falling from Nakatomi Building.
Exactly.
But
Then you can put up your tree.
that's right.
Not in October.
No.
Crazy fuckers.
But the horror movies that we grew up on, it was the special effects were real. Nothing was CGI.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
And
I mean, they weren't really cutting the head off, but it looked like it because they were using special effects.
Yep.
New backdrop for the
I remember I
J&M
sliced
Solve
my
the
knuckles
World
open one winter
podcast.
time, Dad, and I was out the
Maybe.
barn and we were wiring something up, and I'm trying to get the insulation strip back on this 10-2 wire.
Mm.
And I laid my knuckles open, and then I had my fingers straight. I'm going, okay, did that, and I bit my fingers. It's like, oh shit, and it gapped open, and then the blood came. I'm like, shit, that looked just like that looked just like Friday the 13th when the guys get their throats slit.
Right, right. You know, but the ultimate, and I'll say this, the ultimate special effects horror movie scene by far, in my opinion, is when you see the wolf transformation in American Werewolf in London.
Yep,
I
yep.
mean,
That's number one.
oh yeah,
But a close to that is in The Thing, where the guy's going into cardiac arrest on the table, and they bring out the fucking paddles. They're trying to shock him back into life, and the guy's chest opens up. It bites the dude's hands off, and then they torch him, and the head pulls off and drops down on the floor, and the little tentacle legs start shooting out, and they grip there, and his head's walking around upside down on the floor, escaping from them.
okay,
Do you remember that scene?
yeah. Well, because at
Yep. It's
first,
like, whoa, what the fuck?
yeah, at first it sounded like you were explaining Alien
Mm.
when
No,
when
when the alien came out of the guy's chest.
yeah, yeah,
That's a good one too.
yeah.
And that was all special effects. That wasn't no CGI.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't no green screen.
Right, right. And, you know, it's special effects artists are, I mean, they're amazing at what they do. And you've got certain directors that still believe in special effects and not so much green screen or CGI.
Quentin Tarantino.
Right. J.J.
I mean,
Abrams.
once upon a time in Hollywood,
Oh,
that last scene where the Manson kids come in to try to kill him.
yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean,
Well, and then what was it? Death Proof.
yeah.
All the girls that get killed in that car,
Right.
they made life-size dolls
Uh huh.
to recreate that scene. There was no CGI. You know, when the head come off, it was the head come off the doll and everything, but it looked like a real person.
I mean, shit. Pulp Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
When when Travolta turns around and he's asking the guy, and they hit that bump, and his finger pulls the trigger on that gun and blows the dude's fucking head all over the back of the fucking car.
Yeah.
You know, and Reservoir Dogs, when the cop gets his ear cut off.
Right.
How realistic is that?
Yeah.
But you know, okay, Resident Evil. Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2. Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell and a bunch of them, they did the first one while they were still film students.
Right.
And, you know, very low budget. You could definitely tell, you know, and that's the thing is a lot of the low budget movies were gory as, I mean, gory as fuck. But that's all they had. They didn't have, now granted, you know, towards the end of Evil Dead 2, when Ash's hand comes alive, you can tell that's claymation. That's stop animation.
Right.
But he played well.
Like a Terminator.
Yeah.
Where he's in there looking in the mirror and he has to cut the biological eye out.
Yeah.
And everything, and you can tell, but he's supposed to be a cyborg anyway.
Yes.
But the skin looked different than, you know, then he puts the sunglasses back on and then it's back to Arnie.
Right. Right.
And you can see the difference, but it was fucking 1987. It was pretty fucking cool back then, you know.
What? Was it 87?
I think so, wasn't it?
Well, well, let me see here. I wanted to say it was earlier than that.
84.
You're already on the computer, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm just. Yeah, it was earlier that 83 or 84.
not
I want
Terminator
to say.
2, Terminator 1. Yeah, October 26th, 1984. Way to go.
All right.
Terminator 2 came out in 91.
Okay.
Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines came out in 03. And Terminator Dark Fate came out in 19.
Did you see that one?
No. Wait, no.
It's
No. I didn't see Terminator 3. I saw
oh
Dark Fate because
yeah.
Linda Hamilton was back in it,
Uh-huh.
and I was
Yep.
like, "Fuck,
Arnie was back in it,
yep." I was like,
but
"Hell yeah,
but it was a different timeline
yeah."
because they stopped the original timeline
Mm-hmm.
in Terminator 2.
Yeah.
They stopped their original timeline, but at the first of Dark Fate, it shows them her and what's the fucking kid's name? Connor,
John Connor.
John Connor,
Yeah.
and Arnie comes walking in and just fucking blows him away down in that South American. And it's like, you motherfucker, but that was, apparently more Terminators had got sent back and
Right.
everything, and he was one that was still around even after the timeline had got changed. But this one was the little Mexican girl ended up being the savior and not her kid.
Right. Yeah.
And that one had what's her first name? Stewart. She played in the Twilight movies.
Oh, Kristen Stewart.
Kristen Stewart, but she was human, but she'd been genetically altered.
Ah, yes.
Remember that?
Wow.
And that Terminator was badass too, because he could separate himself from the metal skeleton Terminator to like the liquid Terminator.
Yeah, in Rise of the Machines?
Oh, Dark Fate.
Oh,
Or,
yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
He had that black skeletal frame, but then
yep.
they could separate.
Yep. You had Christina Loken in Rise of the Machines. You had Christina Loken is the TX. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the Terminator. Claire Danes plays Kate Connor.
I know I've seen that, but I'm not. I'm drawing a blank on it right now.
Genesis. Terminator Genesis. That one you had the Terminator, the T3000, the T5000, the T1000. J.K. Simmons was in that one. Wow. Terminator Salvation. Jesus, that's the one with Christian Bale.
Okay, yeah,
God.
that was like that one was. I watched that one night. It kind of followed the script, but it wasn't it in the future or something.
Yeah.
But he was a Terminator, but he thought he was human or something.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Yeah. The girl who plays Blair Williams, her name is Moon Bloodgood.
hmm. Sounds like a Native American.
Yeah, but she doesn't look Native American. Oh well, okay,
Hmm.
yeah, okay. This picture, she does.
Yeah.
The photo they show, I mean, it's a smaller photo, and it's like she's got blonde hair and she looks very pale.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's like, nope. But then again, in like one of these photos, she looks like Tia Carrera.
Okay. Yeah.
And Tia Carrera is not Native American.
No, she's Chinese, isn't she? At least she portrayed a Cantonese on Wayne's World.
Well, Cantonese is the language. It's not
Right.
actually Chinese. It's called Cantonese.
Right.
And yes.
He's Asian.
Yes. Oh, fuck my. Okay, let's see here. Good thing I've got a wireless keyboard. Let's see here. Athena Ray. Wow. Dohino Gennaro, known professionally as Tia Carrera, is an American actress and singer who got her first big break as a regular on the daytime soap opera General Hospital.
Really?
Ah, she was born in Hawaii,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Honolulu.
Hmm. What was her real name?
Athena Ray Duhinio Genario.
Hmm.
Mother's name is Audrey Duhinio Genario, and father's name is Alexander Genario.
Hmm.
Yeah. Very interesting. She was in Lilo and Stitch? Who was she in Lilo and Stitch? Oh, she played Nani. Wow. Oh my God. I didn't even realize that. Wow. David Ogden Stiers was in Lilo and Stitch.
Really?
Yeah. He played Jumba.
Charles.
Yes. Charles.
I just watched the first episode of the new Frasier series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it might not be too bad.
Okay.
He's back in Boston.
Oh.
Yeah,
Left Seattle, I take it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his the main plot was his dad had just passed away.
Bro, was that
Which,
your phone?
that was the wife's phone.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't hear to make a drink.
Not that I could say, "Oh man, you got to take a shot of the cinnamon tequila, the bad cinnamon tequila."
Okay, sure, I'll do that. Here,
Yeah.
let me
Okay,
grab the good one.
I'm taking it. Oh, ooh.
Oh, that's nasty. Oh my God. Well, I'm taking a shot of white chocolate.
Oh, you motherfucker. Ah, you sons of bitch.
I can see we're going to get another bottle of that before Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because I can see that going downhill real fast.
That one, and I think we're gonna have to. I'll have to pick
That's
up
all right.
another bottle of the Devil's Devil, and then we'll have to get a bottle of the Chelada cinnamon cream.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I
Make some
mean,
Christmas.
oh,
Uh, okay, Sully, you got your fat ass in here. Now what are you going to do?
yeah. He's got nothing to fucking tip over.
Exactly. He goes, oh, I can figure something out here.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure. Let's see here.
Well, we've got a full bottle of the Devil's Devil
Yes,
that hasn't been opened.
correct.
And
But
where I poured my shot from was what little bit that's in the freezer.
yeah, but we do have a Halloween get together coming up.
This is true.
And we do have a guys' weekend in St. Louis.
This is true. Speaking of that, I seen Chris and
Lauren.
Lauren are going to Friday night.
Yeah. Yeah.
I commented we'll have to hook up. You know, I don't know. Are they just going up and coming back home that night, or?
Well, I know they're just there. They've only got tickets for Friday night.
Right.
So.
But maybe we could meet up with them early Friday and have dinner or something.
Yeah. Because we can't check in until like 4.
Right.
We-
Andrew's going to come down Thursday night.
Yeah.
So he'll be here. I told him, I said, we don't have to leave at the butt crack of dawn or nothing,
No.
but probably about 10 o'clock or something like that. Just
Yeah.
because of traffic or some shit, and
Right.
if we don't want to have to push hard,
And how long
we
does
can
it
stop
take?
whatever.
What does it take you guys? About 4 hours?
About 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what takes. It'll be about 4 hours from here.
Mm-hmm.
Which that'll be Dwight and Wayne and I.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta let Cody know more. Have your ass up here. And
Yeah.
be ready to go.
Yeah, you may want to tell Cody the butt crack of dawn.
Yeah. There you go.
Him and AA Ron.
Right. Yeah. Tell AA Ron to be over here Friday night or Thursday night.
Yeah. Tell AA Ron to be here Friday night, and
Yeah.
we won't see him.
But I guess they went to the gun show in Springfield today.
Oh God.
And supposedly Cody found what he was looking for.
Oh God.
I don't know what that is. His mom didn't know what that was either. So did he send you the picture of his gun after he got his scope and everything?
Yeah. He did. And it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, he said he's going to use that for hunting.
Right. And I mean, I get it. That's awesome.
It's cool because it's got the scope.
Yep.
It's got the optic on top of it.
Right.
And it's also got a laser on the side of the optic. The optic's pretty neat. You can switch it from red to green, of course.
Yeah.
And then you can also switch it from like crosshairs to a dot with a circle around it.
Yeah.
Or just a dot.
Right.
Quit looking up at our bar, you little shit.
Oh, he's looking at trying to get up there and knock that shit down.
Yeah. He says, "What do you mean I can't knock shit over? I'll figure it out." Man.
Yeah. So, hell, I mean, we've so, and I'm sure we'll probably talk about this on our Halloween special coming up. But what is like your favorite spooky time movie?
You mean like a horror movie from that era?
What, just
or
something that comes on during spooky season and you don't think about watching it at any other time throughout the year except on spooky season?
There's a lot of them I don't think about watching until I just see it on and go, "Oh, cool,"
Yeah. No, I get that.
Thanks for the tail on the face, Cat. I don't know. Probably just for nostalgia's sake, Friday the 13th or the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
To me, that was the scariest Nightmare on Elm Street. They started,
Yes.
Freddy started getting a sense of humor more,
and
the rest of them 2 and 3,
Right.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Now there's a thing on Netflix called The Movies That Made Us. And they've got one specifically for the Halloween time, and one of them is Nightmare on Elm Street, and how Nightmare made Miramar.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for Nightmare on Elm Street, there would be no Miramar.
Right.
So, if de facto, we could kind of blame Harvey Weinstein on Freddy Krueger.
There you go. Well, that would make sense then, that in the remake, not only was Freddy a child killer, but he was a child molester.
Dun 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 dun.
I'm trying to think of the name of this movie. The wife, she always wants to watch during Halloween. God damn it, it's got Bette Midler.
Witches of Eastwick or Hocus
No,
Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
Yep, Disney movie.
That's her go-to Halloween time. I
Well,
remember using all my data on my hotspot a couple years ago because she's like, "Yeah, Hocus Pocus is going to be on Disney Plus." I'm like, "Okay."
well, there's supposed to be a second one.
But there is. It was out last year, and she watched it. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have to look at Disney Plus. It's probably on there again this year. I'm sure both of them are.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
I like to
because what's her name, the blonde that was in it, she went on to be on what was it, Sex in the City or something.
probably, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see what everybody's doing. But I watched Hocus Pocus with her. I'm going, she's pretty fucking hot in that movie. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
She was like the ditzy blonde witch that was,
Right.
you
Almost like the in the movie Scrooged, she plays the one like fairy or whatever that just beats the hell out of Bill Murray.
Mm.
Yeah. A little known movie that I like to watch that a lot of people don't know too much about is Saturday the 14th. It's kind of a comedy.
Is that the one where you hear the killer? They do the body count numbers.
I think so. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
There's like one scene where he's chasing this cheerleader, and you hear him, and you're seeing through the eyes of the mask, and you hear him going, "Why are these cheerleaders so fast? Oh, damn it! I stepped in gum." It was it was not B-rated, and then there's like a break in the middle of it, and this guy comes on, he goes, "It is common knowledge that R-rated movies gross more at the box office than PG movies. But to be rated R, you have to have full frontal nudity, graphic violence, or foul language. Since this movie has none of those, I would like to take this time to say, fuck you." And then it goes back to the movie.
That might be. Fuck, I'd have to look at it because Saturday the 14th, it's like this couple moves into this brand new house and it's possessed. And on Friday the 13th, it's like scary and, you got the killers and the monsters and everything. And it's like, oh my God. And you got all the jump scares and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then here comes Saturday the 14th. And then it just gets like slapstick, goofy, stupid funny. And it's like, what?
Okay, that's a different one. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking about is one of them cheesy B movies from the '80s.
Right.
It was kind of one of the first spoofs on the slasher deals.
Okay.
And I couldn't tell you the name of it. Saturday the 14th sounded familiar. I'm sure I've seen that too, but there were several of them. Of course, then you got Cream, but then you had the parody of Scream.
Yeah.
And there was
Scary
what
Movie.
was that one? Scary Movie, yeah.
Yep.
There's been what, 3 or 4 of those.
Oh, there was like 5 or so of those.
Mm-hmm.
5, 6, and it's like the Scary Movies. It was the Scream ones, and then they started making fun of like one of them had part of War of the Worlds and shit like that. Let's see here. B-rated horror movies. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Mm-hmm.
Psycho was a B. Exorcist was a B-rated movie. Wow. Nightmare on Elm Street was considered a B-rate.
What, B for Blockbuster?
Yeah. Texas Chainsaw Massacre? What the fuck? I mean, okay.
I guess they're
Army of
considered
Darkness.
a whole
Yeah. Army of
horror
Darkness.
genre as B-rated.
Well, but I mean, okay. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Okay. Army of Darkness. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I mean, yeah, those I could see, but American Werewolf in London? No.
Yeah.
Evil Dead? No. Slumber Party Massacre? Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Yeah.
Slumber Party Massacre may be the one I'm thinking of. Maybe.
Yeah. But Nightmare on Elm Street, Prom Night, April Fool's Day, Alien, Friday the 13th, wow, The Exorcist, Psycho, 1,000 cult B movies, B horror movies. Wow. What's that? Bad Taste. The population of a small town disappears and is replaced by aliens that chase human flesh for their intergalactic fast food chain. Oh my God. That sounds hilarious, and you'll never guess who the director is.
Who?
Mr. Lord of the Rings himself, Peter Jackson. Let's see here. Savage High. Last House on the Left. Murder Rock. Oh, dude. Okay, so do you remember the movie Trick or Treat?
Mm-hmm.
With the Fastway? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've been listening to that soundtrack the last couple of days at the gym, and it's just like I get psyched and I can remember the movie, and it's like, fuck, this movie was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, wow, I'm looking at all these movies. I'm sitting here, I'm scrolling through them all, and I'm like, what the fuck? All these movies they're calling B movies, and it's like, but these were great movies. Puppet Master, Puppet Master 2, Ghoulies, Ghoulies 2, Ghoulies Go to College, Angel.
What about Critters?
I haven't gotten there yet.
Leprechaun.
Avenging Angel. The Gingerbread Man. What the fuck? Yeah. Puppet Master
A little different
3.
than Candyman, I'm sure.
Yeah. Dolls. Ghoulies 4. Killer Tomatoes Strike Back. Killer Tomatoes Eat France.
What about the Blob?
Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm just going to sit here on looking at this cover for a second. Okay, and we're moving. Evil Dead 2. So the skull on the back of my left arm, it was supposed to be an Evil Dead 2 skull. The skull with the eyeballs. And I think there's only like one eyeball in it instead of two. I think. I don't know. It's on the back of my arm. I don't care.
Right.
The Toxic Avenger. Toxic Avenger 2.
Oh, yeah.
Violent shit.
What about I spit on your grave?
Haven't come up to there yet.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
Have you seen the new one?
No.
They remade it back in I want to say 2010, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
2008, something like that. It's basically the same movie, with a little modern twist on it.
Okay.
But god damn, that girl gets some revenge. I mean, fuck.
The one movie that could have that like scared the fuck out of everybody, and this is somewhat like within the last 30 years.
Mhm.
It was so believable. The Blair Witch Project.
Oh yeah.
Until those kids showed up for the premiere, and it's like, you fucking dipshits.
All right.
Oh, wow. Here's a B-rated movie that I never even heard of, and I kind of want to see it. It's called Society. It's a comedy horror. An ordinary teenage boy discovers his family is part of a gruesome orgy cult for the social elite.
Mm.
Released in 1989, so there's a lot of boosh.
Oh, let's do landing strips back then.
Yeah. Saturday the 14th. A family inherits an old mansion which houses the dangerous Book of Evil that has all the monsters of the world trapped inside it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. So that came out in 1981, and there's a second one called Saturday the 14th Strikes Back. Eddie and his family have just inherited a spooky wreck of a house. What they do not know about the house is that it was built over an evil passageway, but they are soon to discover the wacky evil it releases.
The wacky evil.
Yeah. That got 3.1 stars.
Really?
Yeah. Reanimator. That was a pretty good one. The Howling movies.
Oh, those are freaky.
Yeah. Silent Night.
Especially the first one.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, it's kind of like a lot of them. They get a little cheesy afterwards. But the first
Yeah.
Howling movie, it was like, wow. Oh, there was one back in the '80s, probably the early '80s, after we first got our satellite dish, called Cat People.
Yep.
That was, yeah.
Okay, so you had Night of the Living Dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
The original zombie movie, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the comedy horror sci-fi Return of the Living Dead 2 or Return of the Living Dead.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when, like, that's the one that everybody saw, that like brains,
Yeah.
because
Or the cop car where they just ate the cops and
yeah,
they're radio to him, and he grabs the zombie grabs the microphone, said more cops.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because in the George A. Romero land, it goes night, dawn, day, and those zombies didn't talk.
Right.
I mean, for shame. It's
What was
just
the one that had the guys trying to protect his girlfriend and she's turning, but she has to inflict pain on herself to keep from going full blown zombie.
huh.
And she's hot as shit, but she's like piercing stuff and doing all kinds of shit to try to keep from going full blown zombie. And at the end of it, they end up, he takes her and himself into a crematorium and turns it on.
Oh. Yeah, I know what you're talking
It was
about.
it was one of the Return of the Living Deads or something
It's
like
probably
that.
Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
Yeah.
Because oh wow. Oh. Oh, you have my attention. A group of randy college kids partying in a woodland cabin receives a nasty surprise when a swarm of ferocious zombie beavers attack.
Have you seen Piranha?
Yeah.
Where they're out there on the boat and basically shooting a porn,
Yeah.
but then the dude falls in the water and the fucking piranha bites his dick off and he's like, he spits it out.
Yeah.
That was Piranha 3D, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But the cool thing about it, it had oh shit, what's his name from Jaws? Played Hooper.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, it's at the first of it. He's out there in his little fishing boat. He's got a radio and it's playing "Show Me the Way to Go Home."
Yeah.
I'm tired and I want to go to bed. And about that time, the earthquake opens up the crack between the ancient under earth lake, and these come up and they hit him, and he falls in and dies. But it's like a little homage back to Hooper and that scene in Jaws.
Yeah. Okay, here's one. It's called Peelers.
Healers, okay.
Peelers. A burlesque bar owner defends her bar and the buxom strippers working there after a mysterious virus transforms her customers into violent killers. Yeah.
What about Bordello of Blood?
That one's actually really good.
It is,
Um
but there's a lot of good-looking women in that motherfucker.
oh yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
Of course, a classic. I mean, Dust Till Dawn.
Oh.
Probably our first introduction to Zelma Hayek.
No.
No,
Desperado.
that's right.
Yeah. Wow, all these 15 B horror movies, and they're so gory.
Mhm.
They're rated X.
Ah,
Yeah, that's how bad these are.
right.
Wow. I did not realize that the original Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984 was rated X.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Evil Dead, the original Evil Dead.
Mhm.
Uh,
Of course, you know that's why that scene in Kill Bill where she's fighting the crazy 88s
Yep.
goes to black and white, because if they'd have filmed it in color,
Mm-hmm.
it would have got an X rating
Yeah.
because of all the blood and everything.
Right. Like, you're next. Killers attacking the Davidson family. During their wedding anniversary getaway, swiftly discover one of them harbors a secret ability to get revenge in this brutal B horror movie. They will hunt you. You're next.
I think I seen that one late night one night. Is that the one where they're all at this house and the girl has no idea what the fuck's going on until they start hunting her?
I don't know. It's the cover shows. I mean, honestly,
That's actually a newer movie, actually.
yeah, it came out in 2011.
Yeah.
But the person on the cover with their mask on and everything looks like one of the Wyatt family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Black Room. A married couple relocates to a home housing a demonic entity fueled by lust and desire, attempts to conquer the world. The Black Room, rated X. Peelers, Zombievers, what is this? Funhouse Massacre. Oh my god. So, anyways, yeah, I
Now
mean,
we went down that rabbit hole.
I don't know. I think I was just trying to get. There's even more to watch on Netflix. Just trying to get into the whole spooky season spirit.
Mhm.
But I mean, we've got a whole show coming up that's all about spooky. And
And supernatural.
yeah, I don't have a scary button in front of me right now. All I can do is yay, or
Yay!
um,
We'll have to find some scary stuff to put on there before the show.
well, I'm trying, and I'm also trying to redo some of our intros and stuff like that. Um,
I mean,
because
the dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, that's
yeah,
kind of,
cheesy.
but it's kind of in the scary.
It is. Um, I mean, I got a couple more days before I'm got to pack all this
I
back
guess,
up.
I guess we can see how far we can push the copyright thing.
I mean, we would
Little
have to
Halloween
be
music.
yeah, we would have to be shared and liked by a whole lot of people,
Hmm.
or what was it? I had a oh fucking it was the Book of Face. When I used to post the previews,
Hmm.
and I would post them on there, and they would be like, "Oh, well, you can't post this because of copyright music." And it's like, "Hey, ass clown, I I, I paid for this program,
Hmm.
you motherfuckers." So that's why there's no previews anymore.
Right.
That, and I've completely changed programs as to the way that I edit our podcast.
Hmm.
Um, you know what? I think it's time for another shot.
Another shot.
Well, because I only had enough for a drink, and
I got all kinds of shit here.
oh, I know you do, and you can also sit there and smoke too.
This is true.
I cannot, and I'm dying over here.
Go back in here, pour another devil's nibble.
Oh, oh shit! God damn it! I almost spilled my fucking drink too.
Oh man, that's alcohol abuse.
Yeah, especially on this brand new carpet.
Ooh.
There we go.
That's why when my wife drinks liquor,
Yeah.
she drinks mostly vodka. Because she used to work in a country club in
Oh,
Kansas City about
son of a
years
bitch!
ago.
Where am I at? There we go. All right. Well, see, what had
But
happened is I had the headphone cord going under the table. So anytime I moved my chair, I was sitting on it.
mm,
Yeah.
like I say, the wife, she used to work at a country club up in Kansas City back years ago. And she drank vodka and orange juice.
Mm,
And they'd have like after hours poker at
okay.
this bar, right? This
Hmm.
country club. And her boss told her, so why are you drinking that with orange juice? She goes, well, I like the taste of it. He goes, why don't you drink it with water? And she's like, why? So, because if liquor control comes in here, you can throw it in the carpet and it won't leave a stain.
Ah.
Because they weren't supposed to be open after hours.
Ah, yes. But if it's a
Vodka and water goes into the carpet, it's just like water.
right, but if it's a country club, it's a members only.
Well, I think it was a country club. It was a
Oh,
bar, but like I
okay.
say, they would they would close down at 2 o'clock or whatever they were
Yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to, but then they'd have poker games in there after hours, and they'd still serve, which they weren't supposed to.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean it's back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you got your shot.
I'm ready.
All
As
right.
long as this cat don't knock it out of my hand.
Ah, the
All right.
motherfucker. Salud.
Oh, salut.
Ah.
That'll cure what ails you, or ale what cures you. One of the two.
I'm going with the second one.
Yeah.
Well, I think that we have pretty much rambled enough for this evening.
Oh yeah.
And we will have more ramblings coming up. We do have an alcohol review coming out.
Yep.
Hang on.
What was that? Oh, that was on the Vez shot, wasn't it? The new one coming out.
Let me see. I gotta see this here.
The one that we were scared before we done it,
Oh God.
but wasn't that fucking bad? I gotta say.
Right. Oh yeah, because we already did the white chocolate one, didn't we? Hang on.
Did we do that? I just listened to one.
Let me see here. No, we got the white white chocolate. Yep.
Okay.
And then the Vez.
Then
one.
the Vez shot. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that because I just listened to we done the one on the it was the 2 little bottles you brought down, the bourbon, the bourbon agave,
the agave bourbon. Yeah, because that we had our special guest Andrew with us on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to remember, I got to make sure that I edit the right white chocolate one.
Spit take.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Fuck you, Muda. You never got that much range on your fucking blow in the mist.
Yeah. Let me tell you. Scratch, like the other day, I'm looking at my watch and I'm like, what the fuck is on my watch? Yeah. Oh, it was my glasses too. And I'm like, fuck, why can't I see out of my glasses? And then I realized, oh shit, okay. So, yeah, on that note, you know what? You have just listened to the first split. Stu Him Productions presents
J&M Solve the World
After Dark.
I have been James.
And I have been Matt. And in Stu Him Productions North, I've been here.
Stu Him Productions South.
James has been there. And until next time, you keep one fist in the gold, one foot in the gutter, and we will be seeing you.
Peace.